everybody, welcome to Waverly's Preps. Today I want to talk about kids, prepping with your kids. On your food storage, on your pantry, what your kids eat, what your kids won't eat. Now me personally, I don't go out and buy a bunch of dehydrated foods or in that kind of nature. I mean, I do have some that my daughter will eat, but my son, he's 13, he's autistic, and he's got a few little issues with him. And he's got one, it's a sensory processing disorder where they cannot tolerate a lot of different textures of foods. Now, a lot of the old adjectives, things out there they're saying where, if they're hungry enough, they'll eat it. No, it doesn't work that way. Not with kids like him. Kids like him, you specifically have to find long-term storage foods that can last quite a while that actually meet his needs. So I turn the prep more toward his needs, to where he gets what he needs, because a good, healthy child that eats good, it's a happy kid. It's one less stress factor for you. So I tend to, just discover what he likes to eat. We do, it's trial and errors. We'll make something for him, and if he doesn't like it, we'll just take that off the list. And we find things that he does like, we'll put that on the list. I mean, you can get anywhere from 8 to 12 meals. Trying to find things that he eat. I mean, you can store all the beans and rice all you want to, but he's not going to eat it. Kids like him won't eat beans or rice, and they can't handle the texture. There's a lot of kids can't handle certain textures, or even some kids can't even look at certain foods. So you kind of have to it's a trial and error kind of process where you have to find things that your kids will eat and you'll eat too. I mean, I got beans or rice stored up, but I specifically got a diet for him too, and it makes it kind of hard. So you have to find foods that he'll eat. I mean, you can do crackers and stuff like that, but you have to look. And he'll eat chicken, he'll eat sloppy joes, he'll eat ground beef. But I'm trying to find long-term storage for him, so I go and get a lot of canned foods, canned meats, like certain porks, chickens, and there's you can get ground beef in a can. And what you do is you go out and buy this kind of stuff and you try it out with them and see how it works. So that's what we've been doing. So as we're prepping, building up our pantry, our food storage. I mean, we got all different types of items, but we cater toward his needs and to my daughter's needs. So that way they get a kind of good balanced diet where they're more healthier. The healthier your kids are, the less stressful you'll be for you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you got a kid's autistic or special needs, kids in that category, you kind of have to build your preps and your food pantry toward that, to where they have something to eat, because you can't force them to eat. You can't make them eat it. And if they do eat it and they end up getting sick and tossing it up, well, it kind of defeats the purpose. Then you have to worry about them getting dehydrated, getting sick. And then getting stomach issues. And also you have to worry about kids eating the same thing all the time. You can't just buy one certain type of meal. He only likes maybe Cheez-Its all the time. And he does eat a lot of Cheez-Its, but he does eat a variety of other things. But you have to, because you'll get food fatigue, and that'll just makes it just as bad. So cater around your kids when you're prepping your food pantry, going to the store, getting things that they'll eat, figure out things that they won't eat. You kind of you set to the side, or you can manipulate it a little bit find things that they'll eat and kind of blend it in with stuff that they won't eat, like sloppy joes. Now my son, if he sees a can of sloppy joe, he pour it in there and it's got the big chunks of like tomatoes and stuff in there. My wife does, and she'll put it in a blender, blends it up a little bit more, and get it real fine, like, and then mix it in with the hamburger, and he'll eat that. As long as he doesn't see chunks in there. Or spaghetti. You know, you got spaghetti sauce, you make spaghetti. You know, every kid likes, but my son won't eat it. If he sees big chunks of tomatoes in there, that's it. He won't eat it. He's done. So we kind of like have to puree it a little bit, or find different types of sauces that doesn't have big chunks of vegetables in it to get him to eat spaghetti. And then you put, you know, problems on cheese. He'll eat bread all day long, but you know, that's not a good diet. Or he'll eat corn all day long. Well, it's not really good, because we have a hard time getting him to eat eggs, and everybody loves eggs. You get scrambled eggs, makes it for him, you know, and he'll sit there and he'll eat a few bites and he says, "Can I be done?" I said, "No, eat a couple more bites." All right, no, just eat a couple more bites and you're done. You know, that kind of things. I mean, he used to eat a pound of bacon by himself when he was little. Now you can't get him hardly eat 3 strips of bacon. You have to fine tune your pantry toward kids with autism to actually have sensory processing disorders, and you would have to. It's a struggle. Well, I put it this way: it's a struggle. And I'm making this video because I know I'm not the only parent out there that has a son or a daughter like this, to where, you know, you try to build up your pantry, you're prepping, you got all your stuff, you got all your foods, but what will you kids eat? So you kind of have to, you can buy all the dehydrated foods, survival foods, all that stuff, MREs, you can buy all that stuff, but if your kids ain't gonna eat it, what's the point? I mean, you'll eat it. I mean, I'll eat it. There's certain things. There's a lot of things I don't like. I don't like pickles. Okay, let's put it that way. There's a lot of things I don't eat. But when push comes to shove, I'll eat it if I have to. Just, you know, have to survive. Kids, especially with autism and their sensory disorders, or they do a lot of stimming. It's a challenge. So my thought is, you know, we have to go through the process of finding what he'll eat, what's long-term storage, you know, canned foods, canned meats and stuff, and you have to make preps for his, you know, for his diet. And then, you know, that my daughter still, basically eats almost anything. You know, there's a few things she don't like, but she's more flexible when it comes to eating things. She'll try things. If I eat something, she'll try it, and either she likes it or she don't like it. She'll at least try it. She knows what she don't like, and she knows what she does like. Now you take my suffrages, and he'll eat corn, or my daughter, won't eat corn, but she'll eat green beans. So, I mean, that's the reason why I'm making this video, because I know there's parents out there who are prepping, who building up their pantry. But they're trying to cater to a kid, to their, you know, son or daughter with autism that's got sensory processing disorders, and it's a challenge. So my thought, I just make this video to help maybe, you know, maybe have some insights, or somebody who sees this have some more insights for me. I don't know everything. I'm still learning as I go, but I'm trying to cater to these kids, because your kids got to be happy. It's just, the happier your kids, the more fed and more healthy your kids are, the better off you are, the less stressful it makes for you, the less stress for them. You can work on other things. Once you get your pantry all set to where you got long-term storage for your kids, they're going to eat healthy, they're going to be healthy, so therefore you're going to be healthy, less stressful. You take away that stress, it makes you healthier, because you don't need stress. Not when you're going to have an emergency come down the road, or you know, God forbid, you know, on the shift when the crap hits the fan. So I just want to put this video out there. Hopefully it gives you some ideas. You can think about it, and you know, you can help if anybody's got some good ideas, better ideas than what I have, or just have the same experience, but they have found a system that works for them. Share it. I know the system works for me. It's not perfect. We're still working on it. Still work in progress. So, I mean, we make a list out. You find out what he does like and what he doesn't like, and we kind of cater to that. And we go from there. Or he's got his own, like for sometimes if he doesn't want what we're having, we'll give him some macaroni and cheese or something to go with a beef hot dog, because he can't eat pork. Something but the pork hot dogs or pork period he cannot eat. So that's another issue. Certain types of foods kids can't eat because it gives them stomach issues. So that's another thing. So basically what I'm trying to say is I should say, more or less, build your pantry towards your kids' taste. I know it seems to some may disagree, or some will agree, but some may disagree. At the end of the day, your kids have got to eat healthy and be happy. There's less stress on them. So the less stress you put on your kids and they can eat healthy, the less stressful you'll be and the happier everybody will be. Because that's the reason why we do it. We prep so I make sure our families are good and healthy. So, I mean, buying dehydrated foods, there's certain ones out there. I haven't found any yet for my kids to eat. I know my daughter, she'll eat some things from there, but not a whole lot. So I just assume to stick with the store-bought stuff, long-term storage, stuff to last a little longer, and kind of go through my stocks, rotate, and just keep processing like that. Find things that last maybe a year or two. There's all different types of foods out there that you can cater to them. But at the end of the day, my suggestion to everybody is, when you watch this, when you're working on your pantry, your long-term storage, find things that your kids will eat, work toward that. You got things I know you'll eat, you got things the kids will eat. Kind of blend them together, kind of work it into your budget. Everybody's not got a big budget. I don't have a big budget, so I kind of have to watch what I eat. I mean, it's either going to Aldi's or Myers, finding specials. So on that note, I hope this kind of works for you. Hope you like this video. You're not alone. Hopefully I'm not alone out there that struggles with this kind of issues. I mean, at the end of the day, we prepped for our families to keep it going. So hope you like this video. If you do, give it a like. More videos, more to come.